the home of the Dodger Brooklyn squad. Wu-Tang killer, beats on the swarm. Rain on your dollar dance, just so strong. When you didn't even touch my skill, you got a vocal one killer bee, and he ain't gonna kill down. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yeah, shimmy yeah. 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 Shimmy y'all, shimmy, shimmy y'all, shimmy, shimmy y'all, shimmy, shimmy y'all, shimmy y'all, shimmy y'all, shimmy y'all, shimmy y'all, shimmy yeah, yeah, shimmy, shimmy yeah.
Yeah, let's go, Wu-Tang! Yo, this track's fire right here. Yep, I'm alone, everybody. Unfortunately, Toasty had an injury to his elbow, and, you know, he was definitely hurting. He definitely can't be spinning and stuff like that. Toasty! Dude, you don't need to be sorry, man. It's completely understandable. Like, you got a legit injury, so, like, something like that, I mean, life happens. You know, we can reschedule in the future, you know what I mean, at a later date. And I just wanted to still put on something for somebody. And I've had so many people ask to interview me. Like, personally, let me come on the show and interview you. Right, Kid Cool? You witnessed it, right? Thank you guys for coming in, too. I really appreciate it. And, you know, I was just kind of thinking, I was like, hey, what? A lot of people have been asking to do this, so what if I just jump on and say, hey, ask me shit, you know what I mean? Here's your chance to be the interviewer that those people were looking for. So still trying to bring content that will still attract people and want to come and, you know, ask about me. Like I ask other DJs, the what, the when, the how, the where, craziest things, you know, life stories, where you want to be, all that stuff. But much love to you, Toasty, man. Like, I understand injuries suck, you know, and they're not planned. It's not like you plan to injure yourself on a certain day. I mean, there are people like that, but they're a little, you know. But we can definitely reschedule on a later date, you know, coming up. The next 2 months are booked, so we can go past and, you know, July, if that's something that works for you. We can hit you up right in July. What's up, cool kid? How you doing? You know, if you guys got any questions you want to ask, you know, feel free. Exacto, what's up, man? How you doing? Thanks for being in the chat. I appreciate it. Today's a little different, you know. I've had tons of people asking me that have been on the show, yo, when can I interview you? I want to sit you down and interview me. So I figured, hey, why not give people the chance right here to ask me whatever they want? You know, it was funny when I brought this up, I think it was a good idea in the AFM chat. You know, they asked me, you know, about licking ass. if I lick ass for money. So, you know, it depends on the ass, though. How much I'm getting paid, you know. There's a lot of variables in there. So it depends, money, what ass, you know, all that shit. Oh, man, I'm sorry. That sucks being sick. put some headphones in, 528 hertz, and like take a nap, bro, with that thing. Just let it do its miracle shit. I haven't been sick in probably 4 years since like I discovered that. Like honestly, every time I feel like I'm coming on with something, I tell myself I'm not gonna get sick. I listen to 528 hertz, put headphones in, take a nap, and I'll listen to it again after, and nothing. It doesn't progress. It never progresses. Been almost 5 years. I recommend it to everybody. After the show, who changed and went so far in just 1 year, where do you see yourself in another year? Do you have goals for it? Yes, definitely do. My plan, year 2, is pretty much already taken shape. I still don't have a repeat DJ, and my goal this year is to, again, still not have a repeat DJ in year 2. You know, I think if I did that, if I got 2 full years with no repeat DJs, and the list of DJs that I have still in my back pocket that want to come on the show, and like I said, the next 2 months are already booked. And DJ Apple Juice, next month, baby, the end of the month, next month, DJ Apple Juice is going to be on the Mixed-Up-Mike Show. I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. I'm going to have to change the questioning up a little bit, like, you know, craziest party he's ever been to. That one might have to, I'll have to think of something different for him. I don't want to get him in trouble. But that's going to be an awesome show. But no, that's my goal, year 2. Again, no repeat DJs. If I can go 2 full years and then end up having repeat DJs, I think that it is more than what I could ever imagine. I mean, it's already 14 months I haven't had a repeat DJ on. Yeah, I've had some people, what's up, Kunai? You know, I've had some people, you know, life happened, they rescheduled, you know, they came on. Or I've had some people just kind of pork me at last second. Hey, that's all right. But I just keep trucking along, you know, each show. And, you know, even if something happens, I still try to get on here and provide somebody and people entertainment, you know, if it's just spinning, if it's just talking for like a couple minutes. But what's up, Sanfield? I see you, brother. You know, I just figured this time, why not give some people that opportunity that have been asking me since I started, when can I interview you? So here's your chance to be the interviewer. But I think going 2 years with no repeat DJ would be a gigantic accomplishment from starting this show from literally scratch. I mean, my first couple shows, if you look at them to like today, I was using computers that could not handle the processing. And I see you, Kunai. What's up, brother, man? Thank you for being in here. I appreciate it. This one's going to be a nice interview, finding out. And then you guys can all ask me anything you want, you know, about whatever it is. But going 2 years, man, I think would be huge. I mean, this show is 100% original. Like, I did my research. I found 2 other podcasts out there that dealt with EDM music, and, you know, they were connected with, like, you know, the big EDM magazines. So they had a good following. But the problem is they just sat there with DJs and producers and talked for anywhere from an hour to 2 hours. There wasn't anything after the fact. Like, they would show some clips of, like, the person doing their thing somewhere, but it would be, like, a 20-second or a 10-second clip. You know what I mean? Like, there wasn't anything where you could have that interview with the DJ and producer, right? And find out the what, the wins, the wheres, and the hows, and all that stuff. And then get to hear him perform. Like, I don't want to listen about this guy being showcased for an hour and then all of a sudden, like, he's not going to play after. I have to go fucking find it somewhere else. So I figured if I put these two things together, no one else is doing it. So to go 2 years, I mean, already 14 months is, I'm so grateful. Like, I was in tears last Saturday trying to talk to everybody, saying thank you, for the crowd that came out and all the love and support I was feeling. Like, I'm still, like, on cloud nine from last Saturday, just put it that way. Like, it felt so good that all these people came out in support of this show. Yeah, there were some people there that didn't really know about the show, but they did find out about the show, and they were all down with it, after the fact. So, that's definitely a great question, Cool Kid, man. I'm glad you brought that up. What do you want to do next year for goals? And, I tell people all the time, do what you love, right? Because if you keep doing what you love and you have a passion for it, there's going to become a point in your life where that door, you're going to hear that knock at the door. And success is right behind it. The right people see this and see the history of the show and what I was able to accomplish for an anniversary party, and you put all that together. The right people see it, this thing could get sponsored and it could become a better show. You know what I mean? Because this show could get lifted right up, and I have all the ideas for it. It's just the money, the technology to get that stuff. I'd be able to love to interview DJs that are not even in this country, but they look like they're sitting on a chair right across from me. And then they still get up and do their own thing. You know what I mean? Like, that's what I'm talking about, like the technology and the connections and stuff like that. Because I feel if I just keep trucking along at this and keep going, keep putting my heart and soul into this and keeping it original, and doing my little funny skits that I do, you know what I mean, and it's just entertaining. It's to entertain people, it's to make people laugh, it's to make people get away from whatever's going on, be able to look inside somebody else and maybe be inspired to want to do it, to become a producer, to become a DJ. Some people out there just think, oh, DJs, they just push buttons, or DJs, they go to these clubs, they get all the groupies and this and dude, they don't understand the work that goes in to becoming a DJ, to be able to play out somewhere. You know what I mean? There's so many DJs out there that have never played out, only in their bedroom. And maybe they stream, or maybe they're on an internet radio. They're phenomenal. I'm talking hands down phenomenal DJs, but they've never played outside. Never. I play with somebody on the radio, on Too Hot Radio. I'm dead serious. These guys produce. They kill it on the decks, but they never play outside. It's crazy. Like, because their talent, you know what I mean? Like, when there's somebody that talented is not playing gigs as well, when they're busting big numbers, on the internet, and, when their shows come on, you see all these new listeners come on, because, like, when you log on Too Hot Radio, like I said, there's like a map, so you see where everyone's tuned in around the world, and you see all these red dots everywhere. And, when your set's over and a new DJ comes on, all of a sudden you'll see, all these new listeners that are coming on just for this one person. You know what I mean? And the map's already huge as it is, and now it's even bigger. The whole thing's just fucking red. It's crazy. But, for me personally, I started back down like 96, all right? And, like, I was in EDM and I was also in hip-hop at the same time. So I spun hip-hop as well. and me and my buddies actually started like a little hip hop group. It was I can't remember the name of it, but we did. We had a little hip hop group going in my room, and I lived right on Salisbury Beach. It was awesome because during the summer where I lived, um, there was the boardwalk area, so all the tourists came down. So like, chick mad man, it was girls for days. You know what I mean? And I grew up where I didn't have like that supervision or anything, but my room was like straight out like the club. Like I had two Soren Vega 15 RE 35 series, and the 12-inch to match, like on top, plus two JBL powered monitor speakers, all hooked up to my decks. Like at one point, like. And I had the disco ball, I had lasers, I had all kinds of lights. Like this was in my bedroom, bro. I used to throw ragers. Like I'm talking like 30, 40 people like straight raging. Like cops outside my house flashing flashlights. And I'm like, fuck you, you ain't coming in. I didn't invite you in here. But like outside, like the whole street was lit up, and like people would be gathering outside my house, like dancing and shit like that while we were fucking dropping beats. It was it was just fucking awesome back then. Different days nowadays, but I just always had that love, you know what I mean? That passion for it. And, back then it was just, you vinyl, and you didn't really have really many effects. You had a few effects, on your mixer and shit, but no, it all started from there. And if anyone knows like Rhythm Alliance, Jonathan Theory and stuff like that, he got into it, and before he had decks, he was spinning at my house. And he'd be calling me from Boston, like, yo, man, fucking, what's up? What's up? You going to be home today? You want to drop some beats? I'm like, fuck yeah, man. Let's go. And he'd be like, yo, I picked you up a nice white label, Remember the old white labels? They only used to make, like, so many of those things. He'd be bringing me back white labels records. And I'd be like, dude, some nasty ones. I had what the hell's the name of the song? It's like Sweet Dreams. Remember that one? Annie Lennox. It was like it was a remix of that back in like, I don't know, maybe 2000. So like, it was still just like, all the white label tracks back then were awesome. Here's you got two EVs. Nice. So you definitely got some. You definitely got that sound going. You definitely gotta have that bass, man. You know what I mean? Turn that bass up. But like a lot of people ask me too about like my injuries and stuff. I show up places. I got a cane. I always hear the same thing. Is it okay if I ask you? I'm like, yeah, go ahead. I had birth defects on my feet. I was basically born with birth defects. I am a birth defect, probably. But, oh, man. Yeah, that definitely put it out. Maybe pop a light bulb. But, yeah, my feet were fucked up when I was a kid. I had my first surgery. I was like 10 years old. And I get my surgery. I'm in this like big cast and shit on my foot. Fucking get chicken pox. That was horrible. Chicken pox with a big cast. Time they took my cast off, they found so much shit in my cast. Pencils, fucking rulers, fucking pens, anything I could get to fucking itch in there. But I was in a cast so long, like 8 months. And so my muscles just shrank to nothing. So I had literally like from my knee a stick. And I wasn't like a big kid growing up. I'm still only 5'6", but I was a twig. You know what I mean? Like, so I literally had bone. It was like just bone, and then my foot, from my knee down. So I had to build it up. My doctor's like, you got to take it slow. You got to take it slow. Me, I'm fucking young as shit. what do? I go play basketball. Stress fracture. 6 more months in a hard cast. Yeah, that was fucked up. So because I did that and put myself 6 months more in a hard cast and then fucking 2 months in the boot, I had to learn how to basically walk again. And then like around 15 years old or something like that, I had an issue with my back. And I had a problem and I ended up losing feeling in my legs, like full feeling. I couldn't walk. I was in a wheelchair for like 6 months. And my mom would bring me to the hospital and like they would just think I was lying. And like I legit could not feel my legs. I couldn't move my legs. And so I took a lighter out of my pocket and I lit it. And the doctor's like, what are you doing? I'm like, well, you're sitting here saying you don't believe me that I can't feel my legs. And I got the lighter going the whole time. Make sure it got nice and fucking hot. Right? And I just put it on my leg. And I was looking at him. And he was just like, Then he finally gave the information to send me to somebody that could help me. Yeah. Fucked up, dude. Went to the hospital like 3 times. Third time, I finally did that. The second time I went, I ended up like crawling out of there. And my mom like picked me up, threw me over her shoulder. Fucking we walking out of the hospital. Fucking crazy, man. Like, telling you. When I almost died from a DVT, when I went into the hospital the first time, the guy just looked at my history. It was like, oh, fucking piece of shit. You know, whatever, drug addict, probably did something stupid. Here's some antibiotics. You got an infection. I didn't have an infection. I had a massive DVT that went the whole length of my armpit. Almost killed me. Father's Day. That was way later. But no, like, I got really big into spinning, like, into my teens and stuff like that. And started going places, but you know, you let things kind of get in your way, you know, like drugs. And I ended up blowing all those fucking chances that I had to actually do something like special back then, you know, because I was rolling with everybody back then, playing on stages with, you know, Venom and all the crew back then from Volume, Rhythm Alliance, I mean, everywhere. And, you know, I fucked it up. And then I ended up going to jail for a little bit. Fucking coming out. You know, that was more clear-headed. And I ended up getting back into it, fucking DJing and shit. And really hitting the raves hard in the early 2000s, big time. And that shit was just nonstop. And started getting those opportunities again. You know, started playing, you know, I opened for Josh the Funky One, and I totally forgot that. I had to be reminded that last year because I totally forgot about this whole event. Like, we played on a boat. It was a raid boat. I think it was called the raid boat. And they booked Josh the Funky One. And I got the opportunity to open up for him. And, like, this dude, old Chicago guy, you know, he rolled with Bad Boy Bill, DJ Irene, you know, all them guys playing them UC shit. All the UC underground construction stuff. And I know you guys know what I'm talking about on that stuff. But, you know, I played a lot of the same shit. You know what I mean? So it was like, fuck, I got to open for the guy that I play most of the same shit. But I ended up pulling it off. It was good. I put on a decent show. And then he came on and, you know, made everyone look silly. Dude was just scratching so many different ways, doing tricks and fucking badass scratcher. But, rewind a little bit, fucking had my second surgery. I was like 15, 16, because when they did the first surgery, they had to break both sides of my feet to get in, because I had cartilage built up everywhere, and it was something called tarsal collision, and it's when you just grow cartilage in your 3 joints. So they ended up breaking each side of my foot, going in, scraping it, and then fusing all of my joints together. So when you fuse all 3 joints together, you end up with no pivot. So you lose a lot of balance. And I used to skateboard a lot, you know, that kind of ended. I couldn't skateboard anymore, but I did learn how to rollerblade. So I always kept pushing myself. I never fucking stopped. Like every time a doctor told me not to do something, I did it. I mean, and I'm still doing it because they want me sitting on the couch, fucking whittling away. Had me all fucking doped up on all kinds of medications and shit, and got myself down to a low amount, and I'm trying to get rid of another one right now. It's just crazy. They just try to dope you up and say, oh, here you go. If I can go sit on a couch, can't do this, can't do that, can't do that. No. I want to live still. You know what I mean? I did that for years. I just sat there and being at home, staring at the walls, going crazy. You know what I mean? Like, didn't have any hobbies or anything. All I did was just clean the house, do laundry. And, I had my children, but they were young. You know what I mean? Like young, like babies. So you couldn't really like conversate, even though I would still talk to them. Like I would be like, "Hey, what's up, Ava? What do you think about this? Blah blah blah." And she'd look at me and go, "Ta ta." Like she had no idea what I was saying. I was like, "All right, cool." So it was basically just me talking to myself. That's all. You have any live PA prospects in the future? Public appearances? I do. I just got booked for a event coming up. Not sure. I probably can't say it because it hasn't been dropped yet. But I just got booked for my first outdoor event. I'll put it that way. And I'll be playing down. No, like tables. What do you mean? He's live PA prospects. I don't know what you mean, kid. Cool. Oh, no, not that. I don't think so, but I'd like to. Crystal Method would definitely be fucking something good. Instruments and buttons. I had somebody did want to do some live shit with me while he did bass, and it's something I'm still kind of communicating on. I would love to do something like that, play with some people on live instruments. I think that would be cool. I just seen a video of a DJ playing with somebody playing bass, and it's fucking dope, dude. You drop the right music to it, or if you have the right basses, they can pretty much play to most things. But yeah, so if I go back early, starting to kill it in the scene in the early 2000s, but again, fucked it up. Ended up fucking doing too much goddamn K. You know what I mean? Lost my opportunities, burnt those bridges because, things were going pretty good. And then I ended up fucking having a kid and all that stuff. Yeah, Kyle Cox has been working with a lot of people. Isn't he playing Egypt too at the pyramids? Doing a big thing there, like playing in front of the pyramids. I don't know much about Richie, but I know Kyle Cox was doing something from the Giza pyramids, like on the plateau. He was gonna DJ techno there. I guess another DJ already did it years ago, but because they were busting on him about, first time ever. But he was bringing techno for the first time ever to the pyramids, but another DJ already did it, like, I don't know, fucking 10 years prior to this, so they were busting on him about having the first time ever thing, but he was like, well, it's techno for the first time. But yeah, fucking, I screwed all that up, and then, went through a divorce, real bad divorce. My daughter was basically kidnapped on me. The police refused to help. I told the police if anything happens to my daughter, I will drive my vehicle through their front door, and I will fucking shoot them both, and I'll sit there and wait for you. And they almost fucking threw me in jail for saying that, and I said it again. And he got up, started fucking screaming. The other sergeant came out, and I said, listen, do you have fucking children? He looked at me and said, yes, I have 3. I says, okay, look in my eyes. If one of your children was kidnapped on you by drug addicts, and they're being exposed to all this, if something happened to her and you were getting no help from anybody, what would you do? He finally shut the fuck up. Took the phone number and left a message on her phone saying, if you don't respond in so much, we're putting a warrant out for your arrest. So yeah, got him to change his view a little bit, that my daughter was kidnapped by her drug addict mother because she left me for the fucking dealer. Convenience. I ended up getting custody of my daughter and shit and all that. And I ended up getting back with her too many times. But I wasn't doing it for me. I was doing it for my child, not for me. You know what I mean? And I realize nowadays, now that I'm older, that if you don't take care of yourself first, you can't take care of your child. If you try to take care of your child first while you're all fucked up, you can't do it. It's impossible. So that ended up putting me like in a wicked suicidal fucking thing, because 3 times I took this bitch back, and she fucked me over all 3 times, expectedly. So I literally, lost it. I'm only human. Tried killing myself and shit, and got bad. I got into fucking using dope and shit. Yeah, things turn quickly. I was making back then, $60,000 plus a year. I had a great job, brand new fucking vehicle. I lived in like a duplex house. I had everything I wanted. Fucking lost it all. Lost everything. All because of that same decision. And then, things just got worse. Ended up in prison. Got out. Luckily I found somebody that we connected on the same level. And, I ended up with 2 beautiful girls. And I have 3 beautiful girls. But during that process, that's when I really got fucked up with the surgeries. One day I just started getting burning sensations in my neck. I was at the gym. I used to lift weights like pretty much daily. And like really bad burning. I went there. I finally, after it got so bad, I couldn't use my left arm. Like it was stuck down. And my tricep and pectoral muscle kept twitching like nonstop. So I ended up going to the hospital, and I ended up getting an MRI, and I had bone on bone in my neck. So they brought me in for emergency surgery. They fixed that, this blah, blah, blah. Recovered. Even when, I ended up going back to the gym, like everything went back to work. Like I looked funny at first because, I lost my pectoral muscle and tricep muscle, because when they're constantly going, they end up just kind of like eating themselves away. And all of a sudden, I started getting really bad headaches, probably about a year after the surgery. And the headaches were so bad, my eyes would literally be like puffed, like out from the headaches. And I was then in the hospital, going to the hospital, and my insurance didn't want to fucking pay for any testing. And I had 3 specialists trying to get an MRI, and they all believed the same thing, but they couldn't help me unless I got an MRI. But my insurance company didn't want it. What happened was my spinal cord was crushed by another disc that exploded, and I had brain damage prior to that because I OD'd so many times. One of the times I OD'd, I was out for 53 minutes, and after 3 shots, and they would I woke up to them like with the guy in the paddles, like ready to put the paddles on me. And that's when I opened my eyes. And like, that was fucking crazy. I spent 3 days in ICU, 24 hours to get my oxygen back to normal. And from that injury, actually, I lost how I could speak. I was a very fast talker, very sharp talker. I used to sell Kirby vacuums. So, like, I was like one of them wicked fast people. Now I stutter. I get stuck on words. I don't talk as fast. Sometimes the words come out wrong, so it doesn't make fucking sense. And it's all from that, and as I age, it gets worse. But so with the spinal cord being crushed, I end up with swelling in the brain. And that swelling basically gives me 24-hour mild migraines, but they do get into serious migraines on days. I get shots on both vagus nerves in the back to try to keep the nerves fucking not getting inflamed too much, I guess. And, they shoot me with trigger shots all down my spine and everything. But I had 80% of my neck worked on. And they did 2 more discs because 2 more discs were fucking junk. One, like I said, one exploded and crushed my spinal cord. And they were telling me it was crushed, but they said, until we get in there and actually look at it. But they were telling me to fill out my disability papers before I even had the surgery. They're like, you're not going to be able to function right after this. But I was 31 at the time, lifting weights. I looked good again. Like, I made it back from the other surgery. But the other surgery only took like an hour. This surgery was 5.5 hours. Plus, they had complications. They weren't able to do the plate. They let me bleed out because the swelling in the brain was so bad. So that's why I get those shots now and stuff like that. But also from the spinal cord damage, it grows. And as it grows, I'm slowly becoming like quadriplegic. So I've already had the test done on my arms and my hands. They stick those needles and shit. And they test your nerves to see, if they're responding to the right, wherever they're supposed to respond to, all that stuff. So my arms and hands are already gone, and now it's in my waist and down to my knees. So my legs are getting a lot heavier. But yeah, so I mean, and then like on top of that, I end up getting like really sharp pains in my armpit one day, and it was really, really sensitive. And like I said, I ended up going to the hospital, and he just looked at my chart, seen that, I was an ex-drug addict, which I haven't been in very, very many years, thank God. And like I said, he just didn't want to help. He gave me antibiotics, and see you later. all week I suffered. It just got worse. The next following Sunday was Father's Day, and Sam had something planned. The girls wanted to do something special for me. But that morning I got up. I couldn't even sit up. The pain was so bad. And Sam said finally, like, that's it. Brought me to the hospital. Had to help me in and everything. And the doctor that was there, I was explaining just the symptoms, and she's like, "It sounds like you have a DVT," and she's like, "But I need to lift your arm. I need to touch it. I need to do an ultrasound." She's like, "I know it hurts." Like, it was fucking painful. All got confirmed. I ended up having to get transferred from the hospital that I was to Worcester for emergency surgery. They had to stick tubes through my bicep that went to the blood clot, and these two tubes shot medicine at the blood clot, and then these things came out and ate the blood clot. If any of the blood clot released on the other side, I could have died. So that's why I was in for emergency surgery. So there's actually a ward above ICU. Like, it's really small, and they have all their own shit right there on spot. So, like, if you just say, "Hey, I'm starting to get a headache," you get rushed right into the CAT scan, MRI. They have all the machines right there. It's crazy. And I was up there while I went through that process. And the reason why it happened was my muscle built up, and my top right rib constricted the blood flow. Now, if it ruined the vein, they would have took a vein from my groin and then stretched that up because they're stretchable, and then take that out and replace it with the one from, my groin area. Luckily, they didn't have to do that. They just blew it out, cleaned it, checked basically for leaks. There were no leaks. And they stitched me up back together. The doctor was like, "I tried putting you back together best I could," because he had a cut right through my tattoos. So when he stitched me up, he had to try to like match the tattoos, as best as he could. So, the lines are a little messed up now, but whatever. But yeah, it was pretty fucked up. And like, not even a month later, we were all homeless, living in a tent for a month. And it was pretty crazy, man. Like, my life's just been a straight journey. Like, and it's always been, I do good, and then I fucked it up because drugs got in the way. You know what I mean? And complete crash. And, I'm just not going to let that happen now. Now I'm just riding up. I've always loved music. And, for years I kept saying, I want to get my stuff back. I want to get decks back. I want to get decks back. Because I lost all my stuff. For $470, I lost everything I owned. I'm talking pretty much almost 4,000 records, all my DJ gear, speakers, flat screen TVs, every possession I own, even lawnmowers, fucking everything in a storage unit. So, you go through all that stuff, and you're told, you're not going to be able to walk and this and that, and you end up proving them wrong, and you end up doing this, and you end up walking, and you end up doing more than what they say you can do, and, you push yourself and push yourself and push yourself, because I believe you just kind of keep that mindset, and even though it hurts, you just tell yourself, fuck it. If it's going to hurt, it's going to hurt. You know what I mean? There's no magic pill that's going to take pain away. Like, I know that. And, like, every time I go to the doctor, he's like, "Did you call the surgeon guy yet?" No. Why not? Because it's not going to take my pain away. It's just going to add more. It's going to add more frustration. What's the point? Fuck it. So that's my standpoint when it comes to like pain. If I go out and enjoy myself for the night, going to the club or, hanging out or spinning, takes me 3 days to recover. Like, legit. Takes me 3 days. Like, the day after, I'm drunk. I can barely move. But I don't care because I'm living my life. I'm living life to what I love. The passion for the music, the passion, to provide the music, being a DJ, and my life has just been ups and downs with every time I went up, drugs got in the way, and it would bring me to my lowest. Go back up, boom, drugs got in the way. Brought me to my fucking lowest. I've been on my knees more than once. I've been, like I said, I was out for 53 minutes. I got permanent brain damage now, like legit. I lost speech, memory. Like, people that know me from the past know I never used to speak like this. I love you too, Red. And I used to be very fast. I could comebacks. Like I said, I sold Kirby's. People used to say, man, you could now sell snow to an Eskimo. That was like the old saying. That's how good I was. Now I get stuck. I stutter, whatever. But, like I said, my whole life's been that journey, though, of going up, getting hit, but I kept pushing no matter what. I never gave up. There was one time I did. And, like I said, my first surgery, I was 10 years old. My second surgery, I was 16. And then I was in a wheelchair for 6 months. The reason why I had surgery at 16 is they put metal staples in. And eventually, after everything heals, when you're, especially a child, your feet end up growing, the staples come loose. So when they get loose, gets pretty painful because it starts coming out of the bone. So I had to get all of them removed. So that was surgery number 2 at 16. And then the rest came at 30, 31. Yeah, 30, 31, and then like, I don't know, 34 or whatever for the DVT. And now I need surgery again on my left foot, which they're going to fuse all 3 joints like my other foot is. And like I said earlier, the joints, all 3 joints being fused, there's no pivot. So no pivot, no balance. So you take the other foot, you do the same thing. I'm not going to be able to walk very well. He already told me I'm going to be fucked. That was his exact words. The guy I'm seeing right now, he's like, because I had the mentality of like, listen, it's fucked. My ligament's tearing because of the cartilage. Like, it's tearing over it from rubbing it. And the cartilage needs to get scraped. So when I first went there, I was like, dude, fuck it. Let's just get it done. And he's like, listen, if you were my brother, just let me speak for 1 second. He goes, I'm going to speak to you if you were my brother. If you get the surgery, you will be fucked. You will not be able to walk. He goes, let me guess. If you walk on uneven surfaces, you're all over the place. I said, yeah, it looks like I'm drunk. He's like, okay. Can you walk even straight on pavement? I said, no. He goes, well, yeah, because you got a peg leg on your right. He goes, well, we do the surgery. I'm going to put a peg leg on your left. He goes, how are you going to fucking walk? He goes, let's try a brace. Deal with it as long as fucking possible. And I was like, holy shit. But, so now I do. I wear that fucking stupid brace and deal with the pain as long as possible, because after that, I'll probably be sitting for my sets. You know what I'm saying? But I'm still going to be doing my sets. I'm not going to let anything slow me down. Like you were saying earlier, Kid Cool. Some of your goals, some of your things you want to do. Year 2, MixedupMike Show. Again, not have a repeat DJ. If I can finish this year without having a repeat DJ, I think I outdid myself. I think that would be just massive to be able to do on an original show. You know, and everything that I've been doing and everything that's going on in my personal life, I still try to stay humble and stay focused. Like, okay, I need to do this, I need to do this, and I need to do this. And not sit here and just lose my mind about my situation. You know, some people would throw in the towel and be like, fuck that, you know, go through all that, you know, why go through all that pain? Because I love it. That's why, you know, like I said, I threw in the towel once, and it was after I had my really big surgery, and recovering from that was brutal. Like, I couldn't shower. I couldn't even get up and go to the bathroom myself. I needed help. I couldn't do it. And that really hurt. That hit me. And it took a few months to get to physical therapy because I had a process to heal first. And I already knew the physical therapy people, and I got along with them really good from the first time. And, you know, they knew who I was. I used to work out all the time. I was really into working out. You know, I knew all the fitness stuff, and I was really into it. Well, when this time I went, towel was left back at my house. You know what I mean? That dude pushed me. And if it wasn't for that guy, I don't know where I'd be right now. If it wasn't for that physical therapy doctor, I think I'd still be just sitting on the couch rotting away. Honestly. Because he totally flipped the script on me. He, you know, the first month was basically just massages. The second month was, okay, we need to get your body moving. And he would say to me, you can't do that. And he'd get me pissed off. It worked. He would piss me off, saying, you can't do that shit. You're too weak. And I'd get mad. And I'd go do it. That's how he got me doing it. By the end of the day, I looked at him. I was like, you son of a bitch. Because I realized what he did. He already knew me as a person that doesn't quit. I am persistent as a motherfucker. And he just said, all right, I'm going to fucking piss you off then. Because you can't do it. Let me ask you guys something. When somebody says to you, you can't do it, do you try to prove them wrong? You can't do that. You can't do that. Right? You end up fucking saying, fuck you, I can't do that. Watch this shit. And then you end up doing it. So you just never quit. Do what you love, no matter what happens in life. I've been through hell. And I've accepted my fate. I've accepted that in time to come, I'm not going to be able to walk. I will be in a wheelchair. Don't know what will happen full extent on being able to use my arms. My hands are going really bad, holding things or just operating in general. But again, I'm not going to quit. It doesn't matter if I'm in a wheelchair or not. I'll just strap Dex to my fucking wheelchair. Someone could push me around while I'm fucking battery hooked up, everything, right? We'll be fucking bumping down the streets. Find something new. Find something creative to do. That's right, Kid Cool. Fucking, you got to go all in or nothing. It's all or nothing, you know, and people say, you know, I get asked, you know, how do you do this and deal with the pain? I tell myself when I'm in fucking pain and it's just throbbing and hurting, like, fuck you. Fuck you. I am doing this. you are not going to control me. Doesn't matter, you know what I mean? And that's what I do. You know, it gets me through my sets. It gets me through the night. And like I said, it used to take me a day to recover, then 2 days. Now I'm up to 3 days. But I still do it because I'm having fun. I'm doing what I love. I'm hanging with all you homies. You know what I mean? And like, if I'm dropping beats, I'm spreading that love through the music and everything. You know what I'm saying? And life's a journey no matter who you are. Everyone's had ups and downs. It's what you do with those ups and downs that determines who you are. What do you want to be? Do you just want to be an average person like most of the population, where you can't even be picked out of a crowd? Or do you want to be something better? You want to be something more amazing? Because you're all amazing. You're all amazing fucking DJs. Toasty, you're an amazing fucking producer, dude. Your tracks are fucking straight fire. And just always do what you love. Never quit. Never let anything get in your way of your passion. I can't stress that enough. And like, when I meet people for the first time, like out at parties and stuff, and they, you know, I always get, hey, what happened? What's wrong with your foot? Why do you got a cane? Da 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 da. You know, I get into it a little bit, and then, oh shit, I'm so sorry. You don't need to be sorry, man. It's fine. I've accepted my life. I think once you accept your situation, like 100% accept it, it makes it easier to be able to function through that chaos. You know, I think it does for me. I don't know about other people, but I think if you just say fuck that shit, I'm not going to let that thing hold me back. You do what you love, and that chaos ends up being not as chaotic for yourself, where you can still have that structure behind you, even though it might not be good situations you're going through, but it's not chaotic once you accept everything that's going on. And just never give up. Never, ever fucking give up. And because I would never wish what I have on anybody, even my worst enemy. Like, I swear, because karma's a bitch. When I I fought for my oldest daughter. I haven't seen her. It's like 7 years now. She lets me follow her on Instagram, and so that's the only way I get to see her. When she turned 18, I started sending her messages again because I had to make a decision years ago. Do I keep fighting in court? It's already been 8 years. And she already hates me. She thinks I'm all this stuff. Or do I wait till she's 18 and then slowly stop presenting myself? That was my decision. I didn't want her forced on me through the courts, because that's what it was coming down to. She would have to be forced to see me. I'm not going to have my child forced to do anything. I don't play like that. And so I made the decision. It was hard to do, but it's been 7 years since I've been able just to give her a hug. And it's from her mother and the guy that she left me for. She married him. They laughed at me when I walked in the court with a cane because I was disabled. They laughed. They even laughed in the courtroom. They went in first, and we went out to smoke a cigarette and came back in, and I walked in the courtroom, and this was like probably like 7 months after my big surgery. So like I was still pretty fucked up and still like recovering. And they fucking laughed even in the court. And I was just like, Karma's a fucking bitch. Well, guess what? Karma hit them. He was working on his rig. He used to drive a big rig and tow trailers. Well, he's a tow truck driver. Made extremely good money. They lived off his daddy's wealth, so, they had the white picket fence and all that shit and would rub it in. And laughed at me being disabled and not being able to work anymore because I used to have all the nice things because I used to work my fucking ass off. I started working at 11 years old. So when I did my disability reports, the guy said I never seen somebody at 33 years old filling out papers that met all their fucking quotas. He goes, you're actually entitled to the max. Because I started working young and I always worked. But yeah, they laughed at me. So he was working on his big rig and the jack gave away. Crushed his fucking pelvic area. 13 surgeries in one day, another 6 the next. Couldn't use his dick anymore. He was disabled. He became a junkie again. And my daughter and my ex-wife and her sister had to be pulled out by the state. And I was notified because obviously I'm the father. The state notified me that they had to take him out, put him in a hotel because he was doing this and this and this. Well, because now it got out, everyone thought in their community in Amesbury that he was this fabulous man. They called him Super Steve, and they raised, I'm talking like almost 50 grand in one time for this dude. Right? This guy was a fucking piece of shit. He used to go around and go to women that were in arguments with their husband or boyfriend that had children and would say all the things, get them, and then tell the kids to call him dad and then their real father by their real name. And that's fucking God's honest truth. Karma hit. So when they got pulled out of the house because he was a drug addict, and now Super Steve, this role model everybody thought was this amazing guy, was a fucking junkie, took his own life. I feel bad for my daughter because she looked at him as her father, which, yeah, it does bother me. But she was also brainwashed into thinking I was this horrible fucking person, and he was the one that controlled, and it's still on her, my ex-wife too. Every time me and my daughter used to get close, she would fucking pull the rug out from me, where I couldn't talk to her, I couldn't see her. This would be against court order. Didn't matter if I complained. I had to go to court and file the paperwork, have her served to bring her into court to say, you're breaking the court order. And all she had to do was just repeat the same fucking line. I don't feel that she's safe around him. That's it. That's all she had to say, and all her shit was granted. I told the judge, if I'm so unsafe to be around her, why am I raising my other 2 daughters that I'm home with 24/7? They're babies. I take care of them every single day while my wife's at work, this, and this. Judge says, that's New Hampshire, not Massachusetts. I said, fuck you. You're a judge. If I was truly an unsafe person where I'm not allowed to be around my own child, you could get me where I couldn't see them. You're full of shit. Fucking, I almost got thrown in jail, but I didn't fucking care at that moment. Like, really? Fuck you. Now I send her messages, you know, here and there when I see her pictures, and I reach out. She's actually met her sisters. She was believed that I was only paying like $20 a month or something in child support when I was paying a lot more. Yeah, Sam actually sent her the receipts. It was pretty crazy. But, you guys ready to hear some beats yet? I think I've pretty much hit everything in my life. I can't think of really anything else. Unless you guys got anything you want to ask me. Here's your chance. And Red, if you didn't hear my answer earlier about eating ass, it depends on the ass, and it depends on how much. So, you know, what ass is it, and how much am I getting paid for the ass? You guys ready to hit some fucking beats or what? Let's get this shit fucking pumping. What do we got over here? What's this one? Ooh, dun. What's this one? Oh, yeah, I like this one here. Here we go. Let's fucking break this shit. What do I need? Red's ass, $5? Oh, man, I don't know. I might need more than $5 for that ass. I just knocked over my green screen. Hold on.
Feel my motherfucking bass in your face. 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 Bass in your face.
Dropping these beats. Then we're gonna be going to High Rise Sunday after this. Thank you everybody that's hanging out in the stream. If you're lurking while you're working, chatting away, listen to them beats.
Get down.
Let's fucking go and get this shit. rest that elbow up, brother. You want to rest that thing up. You know, if you got to keep ice on it, keep ice on it. This way you can get that elbow back moving right. on, brother? Thank you for jumping in. Just got started. Not too long ago. Well, playing beats. Did a little self-interviewing. Talked about my life journey. Kid Cool had a really great question on where I want to be in the next year, like with the show. What my goal would be is going 2 full years on the Mixed-Up-Mike Show without a repeat DJ.
And it goes a little something like.
And I think I'm gonna be able to do it.
Cuando amanece, give me the sunlight. Cuando anochece, espero sunlight. Si aparece, es lo mejor que hay. Desaparece, give me the sunlight. Give me the sunlight.
thank you for the follow. T-Bone Future Crew, what's up? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. What up, Tim? Yo, right there, Stream Elements, merch. You can get anything from the Mixed-Up-Mike Show. Trucker hats, snapbacks, beanies, hoodies, t-shirts, tank tops, men and women.
As soon as the bass bump, the energy right.
Shorts, pants, mouse pads, coffee cups. Woohoo! Working on panties and underwear. No, just fine. All you gotta do is hit that little button down there that has the little shirt and coffee cup. We'll follow that link, bring it right there. There's actually a sale going on. $35 hoodies.
As soon as the bass bump, the energy right.
Fucking go! First time chatter in the house. Gonna QC. How's it going? Thanks for stopping in. We're gonna be going all night long. Hop on the raid train. Audio manipulation family. It's also High Rise Sunday. Let's go. Mixed-Up-Mike Show. Running 14 months. Next 2 months are already booked. Next month on the Mixed-Up-Mike Show, I am proud to have on AMF's own DJ Apple Juice, 13-year-old phenomenon. What's going on, Misha? How you doing? Glad to see you.
on the beat, I make it too loud for your crew. Oh, get down, get low. I'm crossing these moments like tic-tac-toe. Let's ride, let's go. Get loose, get go,
like
get lost, get go.
5:36.
Let's ride, let's go. M-I-A-A-T-L.
Gotta bring you back.
Shake that thing if you a nasty girl. Man, that thing up, stand juvenile. Tell them chick old bitch like girls gone wild. Take off your dancing clothes, I wanna see you in the nude. Keep on your high heel shoes. Follow me down the yellow brick road.
Bring you back, back, back.
melanie, moja Artemida. Artemida, baby, yo, Artemida, melanie, moja Artemida. Malina las, beaucoup de men. Maniko, beaucoup mani, man chale, man ko. Artemida, 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 baby, yo.
Yo, who remembers this track? I can stop at 5:30. You got two tracks in one. You got Calibus, and then Party Started. So you got, he played like those two tracks. Fucking Huda Huda. And you usually can't go in the sun with the antibiotics. Makes you a little woozy.
Bring it back.
I hope everybody's having a great day out there. I don't know about you, but I fucking love this track. got distracted. Sorry. Checking. What's going on, Ilsam? Thank you for raiding over. MixedupMike Show today. I interviewed myself. We had a little interview. Been a good time though. Had an injury, so I took over, put myself in the hot seat. You know, I don't want anyone injuring themselves anymore. So I put my ass in the hot seat. Now I'm dropping some beats for y'all. Yeah, man. How you doing? You having a great day? How was your stream? Dropping some fucking break beats. Pretty recently. Downloaded past month. starting off with the Mixed-Up-Mike Show, and then we're going right to High Rise Sunday. Be raiding over to, I believe, Timology. Wait till this beat drops.
Turn the bass up.
Right? Oh, Jen. Shotgun too. In case anything pops up in Manchester. Pop a flash grenade off real fast. Boom! Don't look that way, look this way. Look like, I can't fucking see you. The song's just sexy, right? And then you got like a sexiness to it. Yeah? I'm down wherever, bro. Just love hanging with the homies, you know? Spinning, dropping some beats, laughing, you know, smoking bud. I don't drink, so when I smoke bud, totally down. $450 for a fucking virtual stage? Jesus Christ, Toasty. I get 4 for like 45. Yeah, it can be a double. So like while the person's spinning, get cool, right? We could stream that. Like I think it would just be cool to like have just outside with a cool background behind us. You know what I mean? Instead of doing like all that stuff, because you're gonna have the sun, you know, shade, the light's gonna change throughout the day, so maybe just do a cool background like behind the DJ so it's something consistent, so you don't have to fuck with the lighting throughout the day and then into the night. But yeah, it could be an in-person but stream it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? That would be fucking dope. There's other people that do like stream festivals, but not a stream festival where people are actually like partying at the same time. You know what I mean? So, I think it's dope. Where are you finding like those stages? Like I know of just virtualstage.com. Where do you go to find stages, Toast? Yeah, definitely. Because I like to check that stuff out. Like, because I only know of that one place for stages. Virtualstage.com or whatever it is. But it's just called Virtual Stage. But yeah, send it to me, definitely. I want to check that stuff out. I like how you can, like, lasers and all that stuff, like, this shit's badass.